Sorry, I'm a man a any ye tear for a breaking and I'm a mount. See, we anwesh Manchester City at the bid a call for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez akwako tom ewie yae 102.5 million pounds akwako tom ewie ya. The first story I'm a man if Manchester City. Man City breaking at the bid akotum for Enzo Fernandez 102.5 million pounds omudi akwakotum ewie ya akwaku
ebenai
102
radio frequency
million pounds 102.5 million pounds ewie ya Man City di akwakotum we breaking amidi kind amount ni nyina na yese enra ana Chelsea di betu ya say Enzo Fernandez ne exit no omo ma Manchester City till Friday enumere 5 p.m. UK time. Se Man City entimi amfa bedamba amba befa Enzo Fernandez a Chelsea nyame adom etina 5 o'clock p.m. UK no oma close door no exit door no e dia ma Enzo Fernandez na Chelsea fo ogidie say Enzo Fernandez na nka so mpese obeko ba bia na emum ni agency no ana pese pushi Enzo Fernandez edeneko na omo mpese ombe ha dream bebre no omo Chelsea do omo nka so mbeton na Man City opedia for 120 million pounds e fabra enkosi Friday e wo se utimi ede eba eno na ewie ye break the amount Man City at the 102.5 million pounds akwakotum kwaku ehwehwemu amaye kire se adekonti a Chelsea enura omde betu udwa se nyame aduma 5 o'clock p.m. nyame aduma Friday UK time Man City amfa bid number ombe close door ni nyina eye dwoma mienu de edi kan omo pese Man City se open Enzo abeton ntem ne yesusu akope replacement ntem yempese ube prolonge Enzo Fernandez exit no na the pressure about to Chelsea so na yangonya replacement be boa Chelsea enti se open ntem dia open Enzo dia beton ntem ani manimu ya na yesu ye Chelsea yenkope replacement omo mpe late transfer for Enzo Fernandez replacement no e ka hu bi ana Chelsea enu omo ka say Friday omo close exit door no de tosu mienu Chelsea for say omo mpese ombe distracte Jabi Alonso ne plans because Man City oye nene etina na u prolonge Enzo Fernandez a e affect coach ne e plans of person oye enti animu ya no omo famda Man City the 102.5 million pounds akọ Man City for nim say ska no Chelsea for enje Man City nim say ska no Chelsea for enje na emu omo de akotuma wie na no ama Chelsea for mu so many abre na Chelsea for shase any my negotiation Man City for expect Tiani Reinders sika no Man City ade Saudi for bid na tum 61 million euros o maja tum akase Tiani Reinders ebeka yes so obeko Saudi no Man City beji 61 million euros kwaku nim say Tiani Reinders sika no 61 million euros no AC Milan ebetime nyamu 40 million euros because at the time AC Milan Tiani Reinders Ediama Man City no na ehye contract ni mu say omo ton before 2030 a sa form a 40 million bonus no ni na Man City betua enti Man City Tiani Reinders sika no no ma sa twen Rodrigo Cascante sika no mo de bia koso so Ediama Chelsea by the make me a break the amount ewie ye say 102.5 million pounds Man City ede akwakotum ewie ya
in this current market Kwame, so that is 120 million euros. Okay, but Chelsea per pounds.
Yes, Chelsea per 120 million pounds.
Wow.
But Man City is so per some yes smart business because 102 normally akono omo say Chelsea ndio.
Yeah, definitely.
By omo the 102 kwa Chelsea for be say any many abre na afede ama Chelsea nyame adoma Friday no so be close doors no omo close One will plan na Man City for afano.
Yeah.
Because Oman fa big bi anko, Oman ko show commitment bi na. Friday, enumere 5 p.m. no. Chelsea in Man City. By some the 102 about the Chelsea many abre. Na kwaku enu na man hwehwe mu Chelsea. Se Chelsea J Manchester City bid ni tum se kukuro. Replacement for Enzo Fernandez. Adam Walton, Alex Scott emu baako. Se Enzo Fernandez free Chelsea, Adam Walton, Alex Scott emu baako beko. To a larger extent, Zubimendi. By 2 players at Chelsea, no, Alex Scott and Adam Walton. And to kwaku Enzo Fernandez, latest, and a media amount, a 102.5 million pounds. Man City for the Sabid no, the Ako. Ene, Enkosi Nyami Aduma etina 5 p.m. And ye bebe di ebesi Enzo beko anase onko. Malo Gusto, a right back at the Chelsea. Chelsea in Castle Beton. Chelsea in Castle more pushy boy and say uncle. Nemum Chelsea decision ye say. Se club biba. Nani sika na de beba esundia. Ombe consider say beton Malo Gusto. Ednako because already right back ono Rhys James se betimabo. Alonso say emomon ton Joshua Champo. It is a bampo crana Malo Gusto e kompo crana. Problem bien ho by Chelsea ebe considers kakese PSG buy omusis kaneson Bayern buy omusis kano eso teams Spurs e buy enra omusis kaneson team awaba ene Liverpool for so aba ho na Liverpool for person almost strengthen omu defense so Liverpool for hu ne say omu right back Conor Bradley Jeremy Frimpong e prane ha omadwen Eka hu bi na Liverpool for a right centre back obetima sa cover right back and omede kofa Arahu loan from Barcelona by kwaku diama Malo Gusto edin aba Liverpool listening na say yes coach ne consider say anhwe ya obetima convert Jeremy Frimpong as a right winger Andoni Areola no yes obetima consider say or the Jeremy Frimpong akobo right wing and to another right wing there, and you also pay a right back at the neba, and no Anna Malu Gusto Edin Abepim, our Liverpool for the list and so what's a Malo Gusto, Liverpool Nana, Andoni Areola, episode pushy Jeremy Frimpong as a winger, no pay right back. Chelsea for just 75 million pounds for Malo Gusto, 75 million pounds, and a Chelsea ebeje. Enra. Ene na anu na menu bedi Arsenal ana Kundi in common. Barcelona for player Kundi ana Arsenal in common. Kwa kunene in common akoso ni say. Arsenal for communicate ya Barcelona for say. Omu ye ready so betu eska kese ya Barcelona for Kundi. Barca pay 60 to 80 million euros for Kundi. 60 to 80 million euros na Barca pay for Kundi. Yes, say Arsenal for you ready say. Ombetu yes iska no. By Arsenal catch Barcelona for say. Say omo de sa offer ne be ba just Barcelona ni Kundi akasa. Because Arsenal for you dey was omo ye bia so be convince Kundi. Kundi say there be Arsenal dey omba. Opeso na Barcelona. And they say Arsenal for catch Barca for say omo try no mon convince Kundi. Se Kundi nya ditum say kukuro member Arsenal for say omo ye ready 60 to 80 million euros no eskata fie eskata bank Arsenal for ye ready omo betu ya eska no e de akofa Kundi enti de hia ne say Barca ebe convince Abrante no Ibrahim Mbaye eni Liverpool komo niye me ko Liverpool kakra Ibrahim Mbaye a small boy a wesi so a unso what talent na PSG for years so omo ton initially na Mbaye you know see akandema PSG no na PSG ne Liverpool na negotiate ana Liverpool for efa ho ekofre ho Mendes our represent akra no ana mo de two way Mendes anim say omo pe Ibrahim Mbaye no na Ibrahim Mbaye eti Liverpool komo na no ana o ka PSG for say omo stop Liverpool deal no na omo Liverpool enti Liverpool for any imbai agree personal terms o akra no eska oba beji wo Liverpool infie dodo ni bonuses Liverpool for ni Jorge Mendes ni akra na wie na kwaku Liverpool for ni PSG for di nkomo onim ska Liverpool PSG for aka PSG si akra kitwa ye friend say imbai ombeji Liverpool for 80 million euros
aba
80 ana PSG for so ombeji imbai say imbai ye 8 ana Liverpool for ene anope omakache Jorge Mendes say there be 8 ni wosoro because already almost say pe Bacola enkwaku nim say between Bacola ana imbai eska PSG for a prefer Liverpool for no ay more than 200 million euros two players you imbai na Bacola PSG for a more than 200 million euros and you free Liverpool for because Liverpool for catch PSG for say and Bacola no krombe tumetua 110 to 120 million euros PSG for say da almost 170 million euros ana imbai 80 million euros sa two players no okaboma 250 million euros ana PSG for epe and you free Liverpool for says can e wosoro anhwe ya imbai Bacola Liverpool for ebe yi omani sa deal no se PSG for anti so a sa deal no ebe to nsuom Carlos Baliba esi akan e de ma Brighton oye midfielder ba ko na teams e pe ne pa yi kwaku Brighton for si teams ne ba na omu dwane for Carlos Baliba obian person ni ebe negotiate for Carlos Baliba enti reports ne chere say Brighton for no eskana na omo pe kwaku o mate so 10 million pounds na Brighton for a 75 million pounds for Carlos Baliba say so mate so e dey about 65 million pounds Newcastle for akwa kodi nkomo na no ne say Carlos Baliba akache Brighton for say Manchester United for ba omo stop deals ni nyina no me Manchester for nkasa yesi akra ne de nakoma ne bia na adwen Manchester United Newcastle for teto kakra Liverpool for ni teto kakra by Carlos Baliba akache Brighton page for say Manchester for ba team of person okobo no Manchester by problem esie akra na kopra yesi team bia ba ombusa the first no ombusa say Carlos Baliba obe return da bay ne ho beton da bay eno na ama Brighton for suro na omo pressure akwakote bo ne so no enti Carlos Baliba de no ye hwede ba kosi Galatasaray Gabriel Martinelli ne Gabriel Martinelli Arsenal common ni okay say no am be breaking story in the mouth say Galatasaray for the loan kwa Arsenal
yeah
loan no me catch you say Arsenal be reject and pass na reject loan no eno na force Galatasaray say any omo ko permanent due omo de 45 million euros akoba Arsenal e de akọ Arsenal no na Arsenal for nyantimi reply Galatasaray for rightly as you said kwaku Arsenal pay 60 million euros for Gabriel Martinelli Gala for ne so kura 45 million euros ana Arsenal so dina 60 million euros because Arsenal ton Gabriel Martinelli a replacement no ebe ska ne boy din enti omo so ntimi di 45 pay for Gabriel Martinelli by Gala for ne di 45 pay ko Arsenal edina 60 million euros se Arsenal ti ase na Gabriel Martinelli ekopie mo Galatasaray say ya Operation Pedro Neto Arsenal Marquesa de ne to se wote se Galatasaray afa Gabriel Martinelli a Arsenal for ne call all out Operation Pedro Neto / Bacola emu bako Arsenal for no de aba no Rodri kwaku ye ba ne yanka Rodri asem kra na say aye bibia wo ho Rodri die nie said you obi anim no we the kind bi aba first offer no Man City say yenje second offer yenje enra me the third offer ne de ma say ebeko be 70 to 75 me boa ana anopei ededa ba bia kwaku PSG for say men kan kire team Manchester City for say omo Barcelona for no omatete omo remu pa na omo de say ska neighbor third offer neighbor say Manchester City for anje offer na the final offer Barca for say omo nko bi omo the first one about 45 ma reject second one around 55 ma reject omo the third one eba o the add-ons ni bibia ka ho e be ko be 70 75 Barca for catch Man City for say we a final offer. Final offer no Man City and Gia Barca ebe yi omani.
Ebe boy cry.
Final offer no. By 75 dear, kwaku 75 dear. Anka Barcelona for aye bi. Oma ya dear. Omo say final offer. By Barcelona for so mo GDS say final offer we no. Man City for bedia tu. Man City bedia tu. Enti no ma convince boy ni say e ma ne mpre no ho oda onda. On say no Mbeka tro say o ma catch Rodri. Ana Pablo Bequero say final offer no omo ogidie sonko. Yesi enre numre. Hugo Viana ana Deco pepa power phone so. Na nya nkomo anu enkomo no based on story na a free Spain eba. Gerard in Pokra report story and say enre numre between Hugo Viana ana Deco enkomo e course no e lasted more than 2 hours. According to Gerard, story odi abegui. Intel na Barcelona for ne vip. Sir Brent Offense Rodri final offer number J. Because our plans, Kwaku, Rodri, Pedri, Femi Lopez, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Nayesaka, Julian Alvarez, Rodri,
interesting.
Pedri, Dani Olmo, Lamine, Rafinha, Ferran Torres, na Anthony Gordon eba, Adimola Lookman, omo player Adeyemi Karim Adeyemi so eba na iso mo heso menya kanse yo so aba enti final offer no kwaku ebeko Zexi die no dia ode tu dwa no Edin de ma Juventus say Italian class in the no credit Omniska
Pepe
Omniska because the Manchester so beji 40 million euros for Zexi ana Juve 4 years say ombetua 20 ana Manchester for 20 di omonje ana Juve proposing loan ana Manchester for kase se loan on media tum dia yemfa nse documents ni yemfa nse contract ni say ebeye obligation to buy enye option ana Juventus for susuro say on be obligation to buy ana say Manchester for ka che Juve for say someone je obligation to buy ni dia mon forget it na Manchester target ye say Zexi kwa na Oli Watkins ababa bechem sa deal no antwe ya ebetonsuom mete sa wo ye Hector Fort Barcelona for right back no a story
yeah
no credo Hector Fort e ya krake to wo contract with Barcelona to 2029 now say yamani ye individual training because some person moton Hansi Flick apeke Xavi Espa ahead of him enti uba right back e wo Barcelona akoye kundi Xavi Espat ana yise mpokra no mo hwese cancel yotimi bo betimabo obetime yusu Eric Garcia e was awu ho enti was a Hector Fort echo kwaku teams abanye Inter Milan Everton Fulham Liverpool the latest team ene wabeka Hector Fort de enwo no e Borussia Dortmund Barca pay 20 million euros ana teams na abani na 20 de wosoro ombetu ya 10 enti sa 10 million euros no eno na wo story na ode ba awie ya no se Barca for se yenye ni 50 say on cross no sa 10 million euros na Liverpool mu propose no eno na Barca for se mbetu ya 10 million euros dia ye beje 10 no by the beshem se da che mo ton na ye benya 50% o ana teams ni se we dey se bi eyibo na mo buye ana Barca se mo ntia se dia ene mo betu ya 20 million euros no enti dia ba no Nkuku story na bigi mo discuss no kwaku onim se Nkuku Amorim ana se ompe Ruben Amorim
asabo
new AC Milan coach ana se ompe Nkuku ohun se Nkuku mbwa ne star na opese ogbo no sa double number 10 no embwa no na eno ana Nkuku aka kire super Piniza abi se on Manchester for nkasama no ni nyina ne yese time ana Ganacho every Manchester ever Chelsea no Manchester for any Chelsea negotiate say any anka Nkuku embra Manchester Nkuku when say Manchester for any feeling the pa into a catch Piniza have say on Manchester for nkasa say e kwan bi da ho a kwaku Manchester for befa Nkuku enka Manchester United for class
obejina
o si obejina ene so be free bench abakura so obabu on person of a form. Say of Isaac, waba Chelsea, wako AC Milan, nanko asaba Manchester, anko baba ya anoka.
Amen.
Say kwaku. Dear ba ntibe gada latest ni nyina. Nyame argument na ba say
fantastic.
Dear e break you know. Man City offer no 102.5 million pounds. Omo dey akotum for Chelsea.
Offer we the emfa.